Alright, man, listen up. Gucci Mane just hit up with some major news, and we gotta break it down. So in a new video, Gucci announced that he's dropping almost everybody off his 1017 Records roster except for two cats, Pooh Shiesty and Foogiano. Now, he didn't just sugarcoat it. Gucci said when he ran them numbers and looked at the profit margins, the math just wasn't mathing. These artists weren't bringing in the bread, so he had to make the call.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, I wanted to make this announcement on 1017 yesterday, but I just seen like my statement, my P&L with all my artists. You know, it's almost like a whole bunch of shakeup and it's a whole shit show in the industry right now. But when I look at my P&L and me being a businessman, I think that I'm gonna have to release almost all my artists except for Pooh Shiesty and Foogiano. This is a decision I didn't want to make. I thought about it, you know what I'm saying? I could keep all of them under the contract, but I said, hey, fuck it. Let's just make the unselfish decision and, let them take their talents elsewhere. So today, you know what I'm saying, I already reached out to all of my artists, you know what I'm saying, to their lawyers and whatever, and let them know that they're free to take their talents elsewhere. And I'm still looking for new talent to pair up with, you know what I'm saying, Pooh and Foo, and that's where I'm gonna put my focus. And I just wish them the best. And I just wanna let everybody know that, because hey, that's where we at.
If you ain't an asset, you a liability, point blank. And Gucci Mane ain't in the business of carrying dead weight. But check this. Instead of holding these artists in their contracts just to play power games, he let them go free and clear. That's the kind of business Gucci says he runs. He ain't holding people back. So some bosses would have kept them locked in just because they could. But Gucci said, nah, y'all go do y'all thing, man. Best of luck to you. It's cold, but it's real. Now, part of the reason this whole thing's hitting so hard is that it shows just how much the game has changed for Gucci. Back in the day, Gucci wasn't just signing artists. He was right there with them 24/7 in the studio. Bro was actually living in his studio, house arrest in his studio, literally sleeping there like it was his crib. That's when 1017 was really popping, dropping bangers left and right when people like Waka Flocka and Young Thug coming up under Gucci's wing. But things are different now. Gucci got his family in Florida, and he's not in Atlanta in the trenches the way that he used to be. He's signing folks, but he's not really hands-on anymore. He's kind of hoping they make hits on their own. But let's just keep it real. The music game ain't what it used to be either. These days, artists get hot off of TikTok trends and Instagram drama more than they do off bars and beats. The game ain't just about how good your music is. It's about how much attention you can grab, how wild your personality is, and if you can stay in the spotlight long enough for folks to care about your music. Maybe Gucci ain't fully adjusted to this new reality, and instead of grooming stars like before, he's just throwing Hail Mary passes, hoping one of these artists go viral and becomes the next superstar. And this is where Pooh Shiesty and Foogiano come in. These two are the last ones Gucci kept under contract, even though they both are locked up, but their release dates are coming up. And Gucci is betting big that once they are out, that they'll pick up right where they left off and light the 1017 brand on fire again. Pooh Shiesty had the streets going crazy with Back in Blood, and Foogiano had a bud as well. But Gucci's hoping they got enough juice left to put the label back on top when they touch down. So now the question is, was Gucci right to let all of these other artists go? Or is it just another sign that maybe the way he's been running things ain't working in this new era? Is Gucci out of touch with how the industry moves now? Or is it just smart business move to cut losses and focus on what's next? Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Stay locked in. I got more fire updates coming your way. Now let's hand it over to IG-TheLaFlareLounge. Hey man, this Gucci Mane dropping all of his artist situation, man, this shit is pretty interesting to me, because I think that Gucci Mane, while I understand if you're not an asset, you a liability. If you're not an asset, you're a liability. I understand that aspect. But what I think Gucci Mane needs to understand is accountability, which he lacks. I haven't seen Gucci Mane come out and try to redo his strategy at all. I see Gucci Mane doing the insanity route, What is the insanity route? All he does is just drop artists, change the name of 1017, the new 1017, the new Brick Squad, 1017 Eskimo. All he does is try to rebrand his 1017 label, and then he hands out allegedly a whole bunch of money, and he signs a whole bunch of random artists. He goes to Alabama, he goes to Memphis, he goes to Atlanta, he goes to Florida. He signed these artists. Then he goes and signs a white boy. He tries to go sign other people from different genres. This is what he does every single year, and it's not working out. We need accountability from Gucci Mane LaFlare. That's where I get the LaFlare from. That's my boy. But we gotta keep it honest around here at the LaFlareLounge. Oh yeah, I'm on your ass, Gucci, no Diddy. I'm on your ass. You see, also, you cut corners. You the CEO. But the reason that your label was so successful in the past is because you was in Atlanta. You were living in the studio. You were literally on house arrest in the studio. Niggas watched your work ethic. They watched how you work. Bro, ain't nobody said this shit was easy, bro. Being a CEO, especially a hands-on CEO, you're basically a babysitter. You are trusting 22-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds with money. You're putting money in their hand, life-changing money. So for one, that's already crazy because you know they're gonna go buy a whole bunch of bullshit with the money. They don't understand that this is an investment. You should be spending this and investing it into your career, not just all of the shit that you wish that you could have ever spent money on. On top of that, if they're in the studio with you, then most likely they staying out of trouble in the streets. You get what I'm saying? You happen to be a family man now, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you gonna be that and you're not gonna be hands-on and you're not gonna be with your artists, probably people that are only going to listen to you, then you have to have somebody in the label that you can trust to help develop your artists, to be in Atlanta with your artists. When they need something, hey, down to the bag of fucking weed in the studio, they can holler at them and they get it done for you. But instead, you got these artists out here moving to Atlanta when you don't even live in Atlanta no more. And these dudes is out here with their crews. You see Pooh Shiesty, he went to Florida. He robbing folks, he not with you. I'm telling you, my boy, you gotta be a babysitter out here. That's just how the rap game is. Foogiano got arrested, got put on an ankle monitor, cut the ankle monitor off and did the race. Totally unnecessary. Wasn't no type of situation allegedly that he needed to do that for. So now he's doing time. And I ain't saying this is 100% your fault. These artists gotta be held accountable for their actions too. But what I'm saying is, Young Thug, when you had Migos, Young Thug, Scooter, Waka, we didn't see these issues because you was with them. They respect the big homie, not the homie under the big homie. So what I'm saying is you signing these people and you just signing and signing and signing, but you not around. And now these people are realizing, damn, this ain't what I signed up for. I could go back to just doing street shit because I thought that I was gonna be actually under the tutelage of Rager Davis. But unfortunately, that's not what's going on because Rager Davis is in Florida living his best life, collecting M's, doing whatever he does. I'm watching Yo Gotti. He's at Glorilla's video shoots still. He's hands-on. He's still there. At this point, Glorilla is a well-running machine. She probably don't need to see Gotti on a day-to-day basis, but guess what? It's always good to be around. Moneybagg Yo, they still doing tours. They did a whole goddamn CMG tour. You can't even do a 1017 tour because you done had 152 artists, Gucci. And I'm gonna be honest with you, what Gucci Mane is doing right now is the representation of what the labels are doing. And see, this is why CMG works. This is why quality control works, because they still do artist development. They believe in they artists. They still look at their artists and be like, all right, this is what we gotta work on, this is what we gotta do. Gucci Mane, you throwing Hail Mary passes like Aaron Rodgers, hoping somebody catch that motherfucker. That's all you doing. You basically assigning these kids, giving them some money, saying, get yourself hot. You just got my stamp. I got my face on it. You ain't putting in enough work. And I know that I'm not in the music industry, but if I can tell this just from how you move, if you keep starting over, something apparently isn't going right. You keep on getting on here, yo, I got $1 million for my next artist. Why are you giving artists $1 million advance? Which I don't believe that you're really doing. But why are you giving them $1 million advance? You don't even vet them. You don't know how deep they is in the streets. That's why your artists keep going to jail. You don't know what they doing. You don't know if what they do fits what you got going on with 1017. A lot of these artists is deep in the streets and you saying you giving them chances, but some of these niggas don't need chances. Yeah. Hell, I'm just saying, some of these artists, unfortunately, they done had heavy drug addictions. And I know you see yourself in a lot of these artists, but Gucci Mane, you gotta be there to help them not go through the things that you went through. That's your job as a CEO. The problem is you just letting them do it. So I'm not sure, Gucci, how this is gonna work out for you. I see you just keep on retrying the same thing. I guess we'll see. I ain't gonna judge right now, but we'll see how this new thing go on. And Pooh Shiesty and Foogiano, are they gonna be profitable when they get out? I'm thinking Pooh Shiesty still has a career left. I think because he made hits, but when he gets out, he needs to come out hot. And I think you need to be telling him that. You need to be hands-on. You need to be there with him. You need to make sure that he comes out hot. He comes out and he just making records. Foogiano, the same thing. Foogiano, I don't know. His buzz was good for the 1017 brand, but I don't know if he really has what it takes to be like a star. Pooh Shiesty was a star. So I'm not sure. Y'all let me know. What do y'all think that Pooh Shiesty and Foogiano are gonna come out like? What do you think the formula needs to be? The recipe needs to be? Where does Gucci stand in all of this? And lastly, I'm gonna just end it with, man, I think Gucci Mane, I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. You're looking like you out of touch. And I get it, because I'm a little out of touch with a lot of stuff, man. These artists, their songs got to go viral on TikTok to be discovered. It needs to go, the algorithms. Things move fast, man. These artists might have had 3-4 year careers just if you just had a couple hits. Whereas to now, now these artists, they here for 6 months. And then people are on to the next thing. Hell, Gucci Mane, your music is like coming and going. And you a legend. So what do you expect from these kids? I think you need to take your time. Teach these artists, hey man, just work on making good music. You gotta train the fans these days, like how a TDE does. Everything don't need to be a club performance. You need to make these artists like they did 21 Savage, pull them out of the club, make them start doing shows at venues, and they might not be as profitable at first, but if you really want to, I guess what I'm trying to say, if you really want your artist to win, you gotta be there. That's the main thing. You gotta be there, Gucci. So you could keep signing away these artists and you're gonna keep getting these same results in my personal opinion. Y'all let me know if y'all agree with me, man. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. Let's get to the road to 10,000 likes. 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year. We gotta get a couple videos to pop some more. So let's go ahead, hit that like button. If y'all appreciate everything that I done did in this video, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. And we out, baby. Boom!
IG-TheLaFlare.
It's him.